Morning, make yourselves comfy. Let's do a cleanse. You'll need pen and paper today. So make sure you've got that. All righty. Good morning. How are we all? How are we doing today? All right, let's have a check-in with all of us first. Cool. This is the hot seat coaching session, but we are going to go through the detox opportunity. I think there was like 7 people, I think, keen to do it. So we are going to go through that. But what I'll do first is we'll go through any hot seat coaching. And then anyone who doesn't want to hear about the detox stuff can jump off if they want to. All right. So let's just check in. How is everyone? Is there anything sitting right on top for anyone that needs to be dealt with? Me. How are we? Claire, you have something going on. Good girl. Love that hand rise. Me.
I have a kidney infection.
Oh, darling.
And I don't know if it's anything other than just a kidney infection.
Mm-hmm.
And we were drinking heaps of alcohol on the weekend, so Saturday was a very sad day. So it kind of links up. But actually it was quite funny, sitting on the couch, like feeling sorry for myself. But this is on Saturday. But noticing how the thoughts that were going through my mind were really low.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, highs and lows. And probably just connected to drinking way too much, I think. But yeah.
How did you feel about yourself because you drank too much?
It was fun at the time. But I was going to say disappointed. But yeah, just noticing how low my thoughts went that next day when I was feeling crappy. And just like just all the all the negative shit coming back in, all the, you know, all those normal thoughts like, why is it me? Why does nobody else do the fucking dishes? all those really,
Yeah.
and so I got up and I did vacuuming and I did dishes and I cleaned up, but it was still like, why is this me? Why am I, everyone else has gone everywhere else, and why do I get stuck with all this shit?
And pissed off, yeah, because pissed off is like the classic reasoning behind, that's the classic, like what everyone kind of knows it to be, is that when you go into pissed off for whatever reason, no matter how extreme, it's often the bladder and the kidneys that it actually goes to. So the kidney is festering old stuff, and then it feeds into the bladder, which holds that pissed off attitude. They kind of talk to one another, right?
It's so
and then
literal.
suddenly, boom.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Can you look at it a little differently? All right, obviously take the things you need to take to help clear it. So, your baking soda is amazing, those kind of things. Do that.
Yep.
But I'd like you to maybe just can you feel, like you probably can, because you can feel it all the time when you have an infection. Where are you primarily aching?
It's in my back. It's in this side, which is my left side.
Okay.
In my kidneys.
So also in the back, obviously it's the kidneys, but also probably playing along with that is that lower back, unsupported, not holding myself up, not sticking to my plan. I respect my body more than that, like all of those stories. Okay.
Yeah.
So can we stay with that for just a little minute?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go in there with you. All right. I'm just going, okay. Oh, I just got told, get your feet on the ground. Okay. They're so grumpy with me too. They're quite mean sometimes. I always feel like they're like so stern, but it's so that I listen. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I instantly get from the guides a conversation you've had with yourself about self-betrayal. So what are the principles that you would set for yourself? Oh, it might just start getting a bit sore because I can sense the while it's listening. What are the principles or the rules that you set for yourself that you believe you broke by, the words I'm getting is by having fun? Like, have you almost set rules too that you need to be really serious all the time? Have you let go of the fun thing too much potentially?
Not well, actually, I was going to say not the fun thing, because I'm like weird and silly and can do stupid things all the time. That's not an issue. But it could be that stepdaughter, partner, like I probably feel that I need to be probably more of a role model. But there's also the whole weight thing and diet and trying to be good. There's the whole good and bad, trying to do the right things, do the good things. And Friday night wasn't like, there was chips and there was dip and there was yummy things. So yeah, that would kind of make sense. So yes, I broke my own rules because I've been trying to be good and be like eating consciously and eating clean. And that didn't happen. So I did break a rule. And I wonder actually if there's a subconscious rule around drinking too, that stems, that would go right back to, my trauma, like right back into that 30 odd years ago. So there's risk around drinking too much, being too much of a party girl, having too much fun. So that would make sense.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. And that's exactly what I can sense is, it's not necessarily letting down the current you. It's also like it felt, the sense is, I'm trying to put it into human words. It's like, oh, here we go. We open that portal and we know what happens when we do that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Like as soon as we open this up, it's like, oh yeah, well, you know what happens when this happens. Like,
and here comes the rest of
go, right?
Here comes the rest of the bullshit that goes with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, let's okay. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so literally the kidney, the tubing, and the bladder, right? And what I see is this piece in here. So the tubing, as I would refer to it, what I'm being shown is that's the difference between past and present.
Right.
And this in here is once you start bringing the past into the present, it will create the infection, okay?
Yep.
However, we don't want that to continue, right? That's its belief at the moment as well. The kidneys are holding what happened a long time ago, and the bladder is holding the pissed off bit now that this has started to seep into present. Okay, I'll just turn that printer off because it's probably interfering with our. So what we obviously don't necessarily want to cut the ties between the kidney and the bladder, but what we can do is cut the belief.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened in the past, can you just go into, you go kidneys, I'll go into bladder, and we're going to kind of meet our energy in between, in between the two, okay? Okay, what happened in the past doesn't need to be spoken out right now. Know what it was. Can we just hold some space for a moment to remember that what you experienced then wasn't your fault? Therefore, you didn't need to necessarily create structures to protect you from yourself. These are protection from self or mechanisms that are in place. It's inviting you to let go of all the times where you believe that you were the result and the reason and the cause of the problems that happened back then. Letting go of the pressure of that within the kidneys, where you have held on to self-regret and self-punishment as a result of not sticking to the plan, stepping outside of yours or someone else's comfort zone, becoming a part of the problem, being the problem, and creating a big scenario of pissed off. Ooh. Letting acceptance of who you are. Acceptance of who you were. And love. Fill the kidneys, both sides. Safety. It is safe to be you. It is safe to relax. It is safe to play. It is safe to give yourself permission to experience joy. Okay, see, I feel that going up the spine. I don't know if you're noticing something going up and down the spine right now, but the permission to let yourself play in, receive, and be joy went up the spine. And to be joy around your stepdaughter, it's okay. You're allowed to be that. You can be the role model by role modeling joy and fun and self-celebration. Role modeling is about showing all of the things that you can do, not just the ones that you've created yourself to believe you must. All right, so sometimes we put ourselves in such a funnel of what societal structures look like. We actually, that's the one thing we often don't get taught much of, is how to be in joy, right? We don't do that a lot. Okay, So you get to do that. You get to go, look, this is how a girl should. Girls just want to have fun. That song, yeah, that's what I can hear right now. Is what if you gave yourself permission to simply be that too? You know, so that you get to be fun while you're parenting and while you're partying and while you're celebrating and all the things. It's actually okay. So I sense the back of the mind the whole time, I should be more responsible. I shouldn't be doing this. It's fun, but I know I shouldn't. I'm going to regret this tomorrow and all of those things, right? I think there was even, what I'm being shown is there was even a point where you said out loud, I shouldn't be doing this. Shouldn't be partying this hard or something around those words. And so your body went, oh, shouldn't we? Okay.
That was when we started having
shots.
shots. Not. That was when we started having shots. All right.
Yeah. I understand. Okay. Have you got water with you?
Yep.
Wait, can you just hold that up for a minute? And I'm just gonna, they're just telling me to code the water. Okay, brilliant. Well, I've never done that before. So what I just watched was the structure of the water change. Man, I wish we could have tested that before and afterwards. The structure of the water changed, which is interesting because we only went to Veda Austin a couple of weeks ago. Probably never would have even come into my periphery until now. But the structure of the water just changed to make it a really alkaline water. So it's going to be very supportive, okay? So you can tip half of that water out into a glass and fill that up and it will remain alkaline, and then you can use the other half and fill it up later and it will bring all of that to alkaline, okay?
Great.
Then just up into the throat, I'm just being shown up into the throat. Did you have any refluxy type stuff going on?
Oh yeah, I nearly spewed. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Just if you need to burp, if you start burping, don't worry, it's actually normal. It's energy release. We're just clearing that because that energy is sitting through here, like I can feel it. So we're just going to clear that too. And the shame around that. That was probably that point you were like, oh God, I shouldn't have done this. Okay. Your pain may stay with you for a little bit longer, just as it's shifting, but it should have softened off a bit already. Just obviously water, and you just need to rest. Like you're literally just going to have to give yourself permission to rest, which I know is a bit frustrating when you've got stuff to do. But it's just important. Let your body soften and accept, yeah, I did that and I'm actually good with it. All right. I'm allowed to have fun. Yeah. And you had fun and you were safe. Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't have a repeat of what would go on 30 years ago.
No.
You're safe. And so can you take this as a lesson for you that actually it's like a recode, yeah? Oh, I can have fun and not have all that shit afterwards.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sure, my body might have taken the message I was giving it maybe slightly wrong. Or, it took it its way. But now I want the body to know we can have fun and we can be healthy. We don't have to be in fear of getting it wrong, doing it wrong, being wrong. I'm allowed to have fun. I'm allowed to be in joy. I'm allowed to play. Okay. And if this is for all of you guys, when you take in alcohol, if you're like, oh, I shouldn't be drinking, because you think it's going to reduce your vibration, and it does, okay, do something before you go drinking and after that raises your vibration. Okay, that's like the key, because yeah, it is going to reduce your vibration. Anything like high sugars, anything like that, of course they're going to. But you can work around it. You can work around it. You can also choose to not drink alcohol. That's what you want. But sometimes you're just going to. And it's okay. Maybe judging yourself less on it.
Yeah.
Go a bit softer on yourself. You can still be woo-woo. You can still be spiritual. You can still be embodied. You can still be graceful. You can still be connected and have a drink. Right? It won't always resonate for you. But then that was probably what your body was saying to you. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to pop your details into the Healy, and I will run. No, I won't. That one's gone flat. We'll try this one. Lucky I have 3 of the buggers. I'll run some frequencies on you during the day. Once it picks it up. How is it feeling now?
Definitely softer.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely softer. Yeah.
You might find now you flush and like need to go to the toilet heaps.
That's
and
fine.
That's okay.
That was yesterday as well.
Going all the time anyway, but not much is coming. But you should notice that you'll start getting more and more flow. And obviously, like baking soda, it is amazing. Yeah.
I think
the other thing you could do is oregano oil if you've got any, or oregano as we say here in New Zealand. You could soften that off with a base product like a coconut oil or something, and maybe rub, like you only want to do a drop, and that will pretty much do your whole body, but onto your belly, over the bladder, over the kidneys, and on the soles of the feet. Right. Good information. That didn't come from me either, so there you go. Right, let me just find quickly your, show me, what are we doing? Going for a, yeah. Scanning on you. Okay. Calendula is going to be running on you. It's going to help with wound healing, counters infection, scalds, cuts, burns, ulcers. So that's all high acidity stuff, right? Giving the additional benefit of pain relief and greater infection control. So that has come up for you. Fear and FOS infections. Flushed face, heavy tired feeling, early stage of ear, nose, throat, chest inflammatory condition. All right, so we're going to run that. Any blood in your urine?
No.
And any in your nose? You blow your nose?
No, I don't think, no.
Oh. This one is sulfur. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's what I'm just making sure these all look, they're all high numbers. So obviously it's going for it, right? Fresh air. Fresh air is important for you. So see if, even though it's raining, see if you can just sit outside and yeah, get some fresh air. And right, I'm going to run that a series of times through this. If you see me look over here, guys, I'm just running, it runs at 1 minute 20, and then we go again and we go again, and we just run that rapidly through. Okay, so that's working on you right now. Yay, the Healy. If you've never seen one of those before, they are the coolest little devices, and they're full of, well, when they originally came out, which was Jeepers probably nearly 10 years ago, or 6-7 years ago, there was about 170,000 different frequencies for different things. So if you've got a headache, you run the headache program and it targets the exact frequencies that you need to negate the headache. Or if you're in pain, if you have toothache, all the things like, so it's literally a medicine box in a little box. It's amazing. But I also got the one where I could send distantly to my clients. So a lot of my one-to-ones, they actually get Healy sessions for whatever's going on in their lives. We can actually help them. They're amazing. They're the one that I've got, I think it's like $4,000 to buy it, but they are worth it because the whole family uses it, right? Kids are going off to exams, run the Healy on them while they're in their exam. But it's absolutely incredible. So Claire, that's going to stay running on you. The first one's just about run through. And just let me know how you're going. If you need to jump up and go to the loo, obviously you don't need my permission, just go for it. All right.
Great.
Well done, babe.
Thank you.
Just reminding yourself all day today that who you were over the weekend having fun, she came out all good, thank you very much. And she didn't need to take on this bodily distortion as a memory, a reflective memory of your past. It's okay. You can let it go. Okay. Your body can go out and party without needing to be punished. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was the key line, I think. Just there, it was like, oh, there it is. Okay. You can go out and you can have fun without your body needing to be punished. All right. Anyone else? Carmen? Hello, darling.
Morning. I wasn't going to say anything, but then when you were talking to Claire about that, I thought, oh, maybe that's what's going on with me, because like so I've been very aware of how the environment of work is really fucking me off at the moment. I just want to tell everyone to shut up.
No, don't.
and then last night it was like I'm going to sound really rude, but I woke up and you know how you really want to fart, but you can't fart. It was like It was stuck and blocked, and it was like, oh. So this morning I got up and tried to find some exercises to and then when you were talking to Claire about that, I thought, is it linked to how I'm feeling stuck at having to stay at my job?
Yeah.
And it's flowing through into my body?
Yep. Is your you've actually said this to me before, I'm just being reminded. It's just shit.
The job?
There you go. It's just shit, right? The job's just shit. The environment is shit. Everything's shit. And so your bowel is going, oh shit, yeah, I know that. Okay. And so it's just holding on right now because it knows shit. And it's like this shit, you can't make this stuff up. Right? Like pissed off. And literally when you actually feel into it, you're like, yeah, that is like, when I get angry, I go to the toilet more. It's crazy, but it's actually what happens. Go to the toilet more. Or when I'm really like, I do this a lot when my husband's in his moods because he has massive waves. And I'll be like, oh, it's just shit when he's like that. Boom, constipated.
Right.
All right. So when I say we've got to be really careful what we think, I really mean it. Okay. So the situation at work isn't how you choose for it to be, right? But be very careful because the cells of your body are listening to every word, every thought, awaiting their next instruction. Okay. So, and it is hard because you're retraining the brain and you've spent all those years in there going, I don't want to be here, and it's difficult. But if you could reframe it to be like, okay, well, everything that is stuck, everything that is blowing up and not shifting, i.e. the fart sensation, moves out of my peripheral, like it's out of my way, it's out of my field. Okay. And so what will happen is even at work, the stuff that is difficult will move out of the way. I don't know if you remember in November last year where I had that company trying to sue me while I ran this shine process. it was horrendous. Like they were like, we're taking you to the Supreme Court in Australia. I reckon I'd stolen their IP. I literally resigned from using their product anymore. That's all I did. And they were like, we're going to have you. We're going to take you down. It was horrendous. I focused on moving that out of my field, literally moving it out of my field, and it went away. Never heard from her again. She sent me a bill. I never paid it. She's never pursued it and never will. Thank you. All right. So there is so much in the background of your creation here, like in the thoughts. And I know that the situation at work is really difficult. You want to tell everyone to shut up. How can you lift yourself above and through it? You're there for a reason, although you don't want to be there, and you are there right now. It doesn't mean it's forever, but you are there for a reason right now. Yeah. And so how can you reframe your reality for your body? Just like we did with Claire, you can go out and party and your body can be fine the next day. All right. You can actually be okay. You don't have to be punished. Can we do the same for you? That your body understands that you go to work to show up, to do the job that you do. You will not take on anyone else's stuff, because I feel like you're probably sponging it a bit. Yeah. When you get there, you're like, here we go. She's moody, and it makes you moody. Like, do you instantly sense that?
Yeah.
You're applying for other jobs, eh?
Yeah. Oh no, not at the moment. I'm looking, but then in my brain, then I get all fearful, and that's the kind of stuff I'm stuck in the same cycle.
This is the stuck, yeah. What's the fear? Can you talk to me about the fear? Because if you don't want to be there, but you're not opening yourself to what is available, that's stuck in the shit passage. Right? It's literally stuck in the shit passage. You're wanting to get out, you're wanting to explode into a different life, but you're believing that you can't. So just explain that to me. What's stopping you from going all in and applying? Remembering being interviewed is very good for you.
Yeah, I guess just doubting my own skills. You know, I'm too old to do that. Those stupid thoughts, and then it's like, and then I get fearful. Oh, what if I go into a new job and their business closes down? At least as a probation officer, I'm always going to have work. You know, it's like those kind of thoughts, and it's just, So I just talk myself out of it. But then I go to work and think, oh my God.
Yeah, you don't actually enjoy your work anymore, yeah?
No, I don't. No.
So I'm just going to tell you what. Well, that was a whole lot of cards. It's obviously in here. Let me just hold fire for just a second. I'm just going to find which one it is. Show me which one. Show me which one. Boy. Oh God. Show me properly. Show me which one clearly. Okay, Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, stepping into freedom. Is that going to show up properly? Probably not. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in our group. There you go. So this is the message for you, okay? And that is that these are old stories. This is old stories, probably where you've lacked faith in your ability to step forward. For me, what I sense when I feel into that is if you're not prepared to collapse this old habit, they were saying old habitual ways, I just changed that to old habit. If you're not prepared to collapse these old habitual ways, how is it possible for anything to regenerate? And they're showing me, it's interesting because they're actually showing me farmlands. And they're saying it's like the farmer who believes that the only way to farm is the way that they've done it for the last 50 years. And they haven't got this up here enough to go, oh, well, we can go back to regenerative farming. We can do it differently. Like, no, we can't, because we have to keep up with the Joneses. All right. So this is the same kind of thing that you're being shown here is if you want the change, you're going to have to go into complete trust. This is the trust fall. Have you heard the song Trust Fall by Pink? Literally listen to it. Trust Fall by Pink. And when you listen to the words, it's like, if I don't go all in right now, I'm actually never going to recognize what full surrender looks like in order to regrow, to rebuild. And I know it's scary, but you can apply for jobs, babe, while you've got a job. So it's less scary. Okay? It's less scary. So this is where I would like to invite you to remember what your job is serving you for right now. And that is to create new from it. It is not a punishment. It is to create new from it. And you know those people that are triggering you? It's because you're a higher vibration. And you're seeing the shit they're doing, and they're probably all incredibly unsatisfied in their jobs as well. And the people you're working with are probably rather frustrating at times as well, right? They're all really hard work, having to do this probation stuff. Hello, right? So you're looking at them going, you fucking chose this, you did this, you put yourself here. I want you to look at that for yourself a little bit. They're in front of you, showing you the trigger that you need to listen to.
Yeah.
Okay. And the trigger here is, babe, you want change, get it. Okay. Stop deciding, my husband does this, drives me batty. Oh yeah, but they won't pay me as much as I'm on. How the fuck do you know until you apply for the job? Like, you're instantly creating the problem that you're moaning about, right? So I want you to go, I'm going to get paid more. Okay. And I want you to write this shit down and write it out every day. I'm going to get a job that pays me more, that I am enjoying constantly, even in the hard times. Every job has hard times. There's no point painting a picture of something that's going to be perfect. But you can go, oh, I love hurdles. I love hurdles, right? Where you aren't necessarily besties with your workmates, because that can get difficult as well, but where you respect them and they respect you, and you respect one another's boundaries. All right. Lay out what it is you want. Yeah. I literally did this, and then my husband arrived in my life 17 days later. I literally wrote down exactly what I wanted, and 17 days later, he was there. It would have been earlier, except he got drunk and forgot to text me back, so I didn't know where he was. So else it would have been earlier. At his sister's house, I might add. So there is a lot that we can do to create, all right? But what you are stuck in, and you're right, is, and I want you to see this, is right now I'm stuck in my bowel. I'm stuck in the canal. I am the fart. I want to get out, and I want to explode my life. How am I going to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. So if you could actually birth the fart by going, oh, well, I am getting out of here. Okay. Your body is going to listen to that. But that gas, that air, that can be released. Whatever it is, it can be released. And everything that you don't want can be too. Now, I will say to you, if you guys are going to choose to do this detox, you're going to go through the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions. It's all going to come up. I can't believe how much food has triggered so much in me. It's been freaking liberating.
Nice.
Yeah. Even the heavy dark shit. There's no money. The bank account's empty. How the fuck am I supposed to pay everyone? You know, all of that. You're going to go through all of it, all of those belief systems. But that's the point. It's not just a detox for the body. It's the old stagnant bullshit that our cells have been hanging on to. And so as they clear that old, more carbon energy, it has to move. It has to go. We have to be aware of it as it leaves, yeah? So everything that you're seeing right now, you're aware of it to move it. So if you can see that as the gift, everything will begin to move. All right. And this is where I feel like a lot of, I feel like I do this really well, is to actually help you see where in the body you are holding on to the story. A lot of coaches will convince you it's all in your mind or it's all spiritual. I don't believe that, because the work I do within the body is the story, right? It's the message. We are holding on to that. We are the vessel. We're here to be embodied. So anything that we move must move through the body. Ironic that the two of you that we've worked on this morning both have physical issues. You cannot tell me that's a coincidence. And all in the lower area of the body, the root and the sacral chakras. Right? So we are in our creative flow, in opening ourselves up to new possibility, and anchoring it with safety and security. All right? There is no such thing as a coincidence. This is exactly what was meant to happen today. So that we can recognize this as we begin to clear our bodies. All right. So thank you, you two, for going through what you're going through so that we can all recognize it. But this is that we have to be in and through the body with our transformations. We have to be. So literally, Carmen, if you're like, I need to roll around on the floor, I need to sit on the toilet and rock or deep breathe, whatever you need to do, be with your body when you do it, not your mind. Okay, that's going to be really important. Be with your body when you do it. Like Claire's water just got coded, that so that the water can be with her body. Have you got water there?
No, I don't.
Okay. If you want later on, send me a photo of your water and I will just spend a moment coding it. Yeah. Put Dawn's bottle beside it. We can do both if you want.
Thank you.
Also, for those of you who don't know, I would really recommend, I'll find the link and I'll drop it in here. Veda Austin came to Taranaki a few weeks ago. Carrie and I went. I don't think I've ever been to anything like that before. It completely changed my world and my perception of my body and how water is, it's a living consciousness, which we knew, right? But being able to work with the body by being more aware of the consciousness of your own waters and changing your literal build-up, your literal makeup by changing the way you communicate with the waters of your body. Now, Veda is doing a free training on how to freeze water. And she'll probably tell you a little bit about, you can actually look up Veda Austin on YouTube and look at, so it's VEDA Austin. You can look at what she has done, what tests she has done around playing with conscious water. All right. Looking at dead water that we drink out of the tap or whatever. And then looking at, say, Pure One water, source water from Mangawai, like all the different types of water. And then what happens if she communicates with the water or she sits water over top of, say, something like this, where you can see that that's a sword, right? You sit the petri dish of water over top of that, leave it there for 30 seconds and then go freeze it, and it will mimic that, even though that isn't with the water anymore. It's fascinating. Okay, so when you begin to understand that your water within you is computable, it's conscious, it listens, you begin to realize very quickly how we got to change the way we think, talk, speak, like everything needs to change. So I will drop the link in to our page because it's free and she's showing us how to play with that, which I think is absolutely amazing. Like she should be charging hundreds of dollars for that, and she's not. She's amazing, amazing, amazing lady. So I'll drop that in the team chat. I'll write that down. So remember Veda's link. Okay. How is that feeling? Let me just go. I'm just gonna, okay, this sounds funny, but I just went into Claire's bladder. I'm just going into your bowel. Oh yeah, it's still there, eh? Do you feel like it's up more at the moment? Not like halfway down? Do you feel like it's kind of gone up? Sitting back up in the body more?
Yeah, it's kind of been on the sides a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know this is in front of everyone, but when was the last time you actually did number twos?
I did a little one this morning after I did my yoga exercises. What's that? Sorry?
Was it quite tight? Like little and bound up?
Oh, no, not really.
Okay.
Not sore anyway, not.
Yeah, so statement that is important for you to say is I release the parts of me that believe I'm not good enough and that I can't move forward. I release the parts of me that believe I can't move forward. Okay. No seeds. I just got told no seeds for a few days.
No seeds?
No seeds. Have you been having seedy bread or anything?
Oh, I ate Molenberg bread. That's about it.
Is it all like whole seeds in it, or is it crushed up?
Yeah, I don't really see myself eating a lot of seeds.
Yeah, so just don't. I think it might be just while all of this is
Okay, just don't eat seeds.
Stay off them. But probably nuts too. That's usually one. If it's one, it's
yeah. I had been eating a bit of nuts, and they.
Okay, so just give those a rest, just for a day or two, just while we can get this cleared. Oh, here we go. Ah. All right. Probably don't want to be near in the next half an hour or so, okay? I highly recommend going out for a walk.
Like you got
he loves you, but not that much.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Everything feels like it's just relaxed in there. So, okay. If you need to run to the toilet too, it's okay. All right. Well done, babe. And I'm here, remember? Just reach out and need. Clear that space. Okay. Anyone else? Kelly, how are you? You all good?
No, I'll go. I am feeling overwhelmed constantly with my entire life, not to be dramatic. And I keep hearing I'm being crushed by expectation.
Uh-huh. All right. What's the first thing you'd ask yourself here? They're telling me to ask you. That's interesting. So if you were me, what would be the first question you'd ask?
It's around judgment. Why am I taking other people's judgment on board?
And what expectation are you placing on yourself? Yeah. So you're sensing the judgment, which is their shit, not yours, I might add, right? If someone's judging you, just give it on back to them. I had this just the other day when I said to my mum, I lost 7.6 kilos. She goes, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that. And I was like, I don't know, mum, but you just told me I look good. So, you probably take that as I'm doing something right. So you can have your judgment back. And I actually literally said those words, you can have your judgment back. And I don't normally do that, right? But I think that this is what I'm being shown this for me as a reminder that maybe this is what you need to do. Is why do you believe that you need to hold on to what someone else poses upon you? It's fine. That's no worries, guys. Why do you believe that you need to take it? Where is it in you that believes your own truth is inferior to that of someone else's judgment? And it's quite strong, isn't it? You feel that? I even sense that right up in the throat, like this. I don't know whether I want to be sick or swallow.
Yeah, I like, so it's tricky, right? Because I've been like, in the last hot seat, you were talking about my kidneys.
Mhm.
And so after that, I was like, right, Kelly, you're gonna sort your shit out and you're gonna finally take control of that. So like I've been doing my own kind of nutritional reset.
Right.
And I've been really great. Like in like I cut out energy drinks because
Yeah.
I was having one a day,
Yeah.
sometimes
That's
two.
so toxic.
And yeah, it was terrible. And I've known it's terrible for a while, but it's a crutch. And I completely cut those out. And I've been so proud of myself. And I've gone back onto like all my vitamins and nutrients. Like I've been taking that in through like gastrointestinal
Vanilla?
meal replacements.
Yeah.
I started the Moody Blend stuff with the probiotics, and they do like a caffeine-free mushroom
Yep.
like
The
coffee
coffee.
replacement,
Yeah.
which took me a little while to get on board with that. But like I've been taking all this amazing stuff, and like I know it's working because
Yeah.
when I stop, even for a day, my body's like, what are you doing? Quick, where is it? Give it back. Like, and I'll feel really sick.
Yeah.
But like I'm doing all this amazing stuff, and I'm like, yes, look at me, I'm doing a good job. And all I get everywhere is, do you know how much money that's costing you? Like in 20 days, you have to buy some more. Like it's only 20 days. It's like, yeah, and I feel bloody excellent for 20 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, like it's just constant everywhere. And normally I don't care. Normally I just go, that's your shit, and I don't take it on board. But for whatever reason, just in the last couple weeks, I can't get rid of it. And it's sticking. And my dreams are insane. I'm not sleeping good
Yeah.
because I'm having these intense dreams, and I've got pain in my body, and it's everything. It's
Everything's
just
locking
complete.
up, right?
Hmm?
Everything's locking up. I feel like you're quite like your field is quite vulnerable. It's not strengthened. So I'm just working on that at the moment. Like you've let all your defenses down, so to speak, but they're your good energetic defenses. So you're doing a lot in terms of building the body's strength again, which is a beautiful thing. But you need to do the energetic part as well. All right. So going back into balancing the chakra and then checking into that field. How is my field? Am I sitting pretty here? Does the outside of my field have a reflective mechanism? Is it strong and thick? It's got that good layer around the outside of it that then has a reflective outer. If you're like me, I like the reflective outer on the outside of my field, because it's like the Len Lie Center. It's like, well, if I don't want your shit, it gets reflected back to you. So boom, have that back, right? So I'm a bit sassy like that. I don't sense any of that there for you. So have you been doing that bit? That is telling me no, she hasn't. So don't say yes because they said no. You just got busted, Kelly. All right. And so I want you to look at this. This isn't that you're failing, okay? Because what can I just remind you that what you've chosen to do is change the constitution of your body. And it's okay that you were like so focused on that you were like, oh shit, I just realized I forgot this other bit. That's okay. Here's what I'm being shown for you. Oh, this is quite handy, okay? And this is, I feel like we get these little tidbits. This is an Arcturian energy without any doubt. I can sense it everywhere. What they're saying is, what would it be like for you to know that every time you take your supplement, you build your field? Can you set the intention that your supplements not only nurture the body, they nurture the field? That is all it takes. Okay, so when you're taking the supplement because you're taking it for your body, I want you to go, cool, then you reset my my energetic field as well. My aura. Build and grow that. Thank you very much. You know how I say to you when you're taking high meds, you say to your body, take what you need, let go of the rest, right? So this is going to be take it and grow all of my energeticness, all of me. Let this reach out into my field, whatever you want, however you want to say it. As I take these supplements, they grow and strengthen my energetic field as well. But that layer on the outside, you need to do that bit, okay? And that is that bit that goes, hey, they're my boundaries, bud. Don't cross. I think I've shared it in the group before, but I can do it again, is the meditations. There's the grounding meditation, and then there's the, what's the next one? I think it's cutting cords and ties and clearing the auric field, and then there's the protection one. Have they been dropped in this group before? I don't know if they have. The 3 vids for aura. Okay, so I'll put those in as well. And those 3 videos are actually the start videos of my super sensory protection program, and they're amazing. They're amazing videos. So I'll drop them in a separate guide. I'll put them in that breathwork guide. I'll drop them in there, and you do them in the right order. So I'll make sure they're dropped in, do first, do second, do third, so that you can see that they're there. You're only going to need to do that once or twice, Kelly, again, and your body's going to remember it. Okay, because I think you did that course, eh? Did you do the super sensory protection course where it talks about how to put the grids around the house and stuff like that?
No, I didn't do that one.
I'll tell you what I'll do. When I do it another way, I'll just give it all to you for free. So I'll just give you access to the whole program, and you guys can check it out. It's bloody cool because you can set like protected grids around the property and everything. So I'll do that. Sweet. Okay. Here's my suggestion here. No, they're saying, well, it's not actually, it's ours, but okay. What I'm being shown, what I'm feeling into is that you feel like no matter what you do, it's not enough. This is the old, okay? So when I feel into that, I'm curious where you feel it. Where do you feel when no matter what I do, it's not enough? Where do you feel that in your body? No matter what I do, it's not enough.
Wow. I can literally see like my head and my shoulder and my neck and then my shoulders. And like, so where I get all my pain, it's always in my neck and then on one shoulder and then down into that shoulder blade. It's literally like the weight of the whole world is on that shoulder.
Yeah. So that is your right shoulder?
It is.
Okay, let me just check in here. So I've got literally between solar plexus and sacral, there's a point. It's not the belly button. It's probably 3 fingers up from the belly button. So you're in that intestinal space. Is where I'm being shown it as well. So let's just go in there. All right, so can you bring your left hand to your right shoulder and your right hand 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers above your belly button, right in the center of your belly. I'm going to get you to take a big deep breath in. Hold it. Sip in 3 times. And let the pressure build up. All of those times that you believe that you were not good enough, that everyone condemned and condoned your behavior and belief that you were not good enough. They supported that. and they condemn the behavior whenever you step forward and owned your power. Every time you claim your power, you are feeling the push from others to pull you down, push you down, hold you down. And right now you are opening a portal to release all of that in and through your body, right through these pressure points within the body. Let the pressure build, and when you're ready, let it release. Letting in the softness of knowing that you are good enough, that you are completely good enough. Monica. Pulling back all of the soul fragments. Everywhere where you have left yourself behind. Meaning that you were not in your full and whole power. You have left a piece of yourself with others because their opinion felt so strong. Cutting and releasing yourself from that now, calling it all home. Calling it all in and home. Bringing yourself right back in. Feeling the sensation of being returned. Breathing with all of the fragments. Knowing that you get to do what you damn well want. If somebody else is concerned by it, that is theirs, not yours. You stay in your sovereign power. Release the burden. Cross that you have bore because of others' expectations upon you. Releasing the expectation upon yourself. Letting the heart lead. Letting the heart lead. Letting the heart lead. Oh, and that was the release in the tummy. Okay. When you're ready, come on back. How's that feeling?
Oh, whoa.
Clear? Feel really, it's not clear, as in clear. Do you feel clear through your body now?
I feel softer in my like where my hand was on above my belly button, and I feel like there was a lot of soul fragments.
It was a lot. All through your body, like everywhere.
I can feel it all, like just here as well, like boom, like whoosh.
So you're getting to be your full expression now. You being the face of you, not someone else.
Yeah, no, that's feeling really good.
Okay. So if someone else has an opinion on it, do literally what I did. It felt so good. And there was a little bit of me saying to mum, or as I said it to mum, going, oh man, she's going to fire up. And then I was like, actually, no, I'm not going to have you put this on me. And I'm actually done with this. All right. So you can actually say, hey, that's yours, not mine. Right? I know my body better than anyone. I'm doing this. You don't have to apologize or make yourself small because someone is triggered by how amazing you're allowing yourself to be. That's their shit. Right? And literally by those comments, they are trying to keep you small. So my mum was all judgy, right? And then we get around my sister-in-law, who she thinks is like some kind of god. And she's amazing. But she, as soon as my sister-in-law was like, you look so good, Mum was like, doesn't she look amazing? I was like, what the shit? Just a second ago, Queen, you're telling me I shouldn't be doing that. And now that someone else has validated it, you jump on board. Like, so this is what I mean, is that instantly it showed me it was never my shit. It was Mum's auto default to judgment, and then corrects her behavior when somebody else shows her that you've got to stop doing that, right? Which is great, because that's how we all learn. It's a human thing. But had she not spoken that out and even silently judged, it would have been a lot nicer for my end. And so I want you to know that it's okay for you to go, hey, your judgment is not mine. That's yours. Your mum does it too, yeah. As soon as one of the other siblings or someone else goes, oh, this, they go, oh, right, yeah. Had that same conversation with Mum yesterday, and I said to her, if you had sold the farm when I told you to, when I was in banking, local banking, as an agribusiness manager, qualified in rural valuation, you would have made $6 million out of your farm. Now, if you sell it, you'll get 2.4. And she goes, no, that's not right. And I'm like, actually, it is. I've still got the data. Like I did all the reports. I did everything for you. So she rang my brother, who isn't in banking anymore either, who's never worked in Taranaki, works out of the region, had the same job as me, and then ranked up. And he said, oh, you probably get about 2.4 for it, 2.2, 2.4, something like that. Oh, Tony said that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So the judgment is there, right? That you may not know enough and they need to tell you what they believe is right. But you know what's right for you, okay? You know what is right. And if they don't understand that, that's their journey. So hand it back to them with the mindset, well, this is for you to learn. For you to learn that not everybody is the same and we all need different things. And right now, this is working for me. Be happy for me. That's it. Like, you be happy for you. Don't wait for anyone else to be happy for you. Just do it anyway. Right?
Yeah. Like, honestly, the number of times in this household that I say it's like my mantra, it could be about the smallest thing or the largest thing, and I'll be like, you should listen to Kelly. Kelly does know things, and I feel like I am forever saying that. Like, it's like the I told you so. Like, why don't you ever listen to me? Like, I do know what I'm talking about.
The thing is that they don't hear us, right? And this is the bit that I've come to learn, is that I could speak into so much. I told my brother-in-law when he had his stroke after the you-know-what, a couple of years ago, I said, get on CoQ10. Well, I told my sister, actually, not my brother-in-law. I told my sister, get on it. It's a game changer. We should all be on it. And no, didn't do anything. Go to a blood doctor in the weekend or 2 weekends ago, come back. Oh my God, we've been put on this CoQ10 product. It's so good. You should listen to Sarah. Sarah does know what she's talking about. Okay? The thing is we speak and they don't hear, and it's not their fault. Okay? So if you can start seeing it like that from a compassionate perspective, we speak at a level that they can't understand yet because they haven't met that vibration. It's not their fault. All right. If we all woke up at the same time, shit would get a little bit crazy around here. Okay. So we're all going through our cycles of evolution at the same time, but in different spaces, different places in our evolution. And they're just not where you are yet. And that is okay. So you can lovingly hand back that stuff and go, okay, so what if I hand this back to you with an element of consciousness that helps you, different paths, different journeys, that's right, that actually helps you come to a point of understanding from my view without me having to bash you with my opinion, right? That's the place. That's the place, all right? I feel like that's really clear energetically. How does it feel to you?
Yeah. No, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So claim what's yours. Claim your space. and be like, get the fuck out of my space. This isn't yours. This is my playground. You got your own one. You want to sit over there and judge me? You go right ahead while you're getting fatter and less healthy. All right. I'm doing me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are definitely, I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but there is a drive to look after the body right now. And that is a full-on upgrade. That plasmic data that is landing for us at the moment is massive. Massive. All right. Now, if you guys are not registered for the next 4 weeks worth of Awakening the Cosmic Within, Kelly, you definitely should be on that. It is about negotiating, understanding, learning the energies and the frequencies of our different galactic families and how their DNA, their data, their information plays in ours. It's pretty darn cool. If you can't make the lives, it's fine. Make sure you're registered and you'll get the replays. And we have the amazing Ginny Jones. Oh, Kelly, you'd freaking love her. Ginny Jones is her name, Ginny Jones, blonde hair with red streaks underneath. She actually does ET communication, so she's constantly picking up on extraterrestrial activity in our skies, and she is coming on to speak in one of the weeks. I can't say which week.
Sarah, is that this afternoon at 4?
Yep. Every Tuesday for the next 4 Tuesdays from 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock.
So I've got a mammogram at 3:30, so I don't think I'm going to be back. But will you let people in halfway if I manage to get home?
Absolutely. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely will. And also, so long as you're registered, I can send out, because anyone who's registered, I'll just be clicking on that and sending out replays to them. So just make sure that you're registered.
Yep. Pretty sure I am.
And you're going to get a PDF and all of that. That's all going to come out this morning. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Hoping to get to do some communication with them, but we'll see how we go. I'm pretty sure Jenny will hit that for us. It's exciting. All right. You feel good, cows? Okay. Brilliant. Right, guys, we're just going to record this piece now. Don't hang around if you don't want to, but this is to record what it is. So we're an hour 15 in, and we're just going to record what it is we're going to choose to do with the, hour 15 in, is that right? Yeah. What we're going to do with the detox, okay? And I'm going to drop this because I want you to have something you can print and have in front of you. But effectively for the next 14 days, your detox protocol is going to be fruit only. All right. There is a specific way you're supposed to have the fruit, and I'll drop the picture in because you're not supposed to have some fruit with other fruits, like melons. You should only ever have by themselves. You should never have with any other fruit. Didn't know all of this, okay? So I'll drop it all in there. I did my whole 2 weeks mixing the whole lot. I survived. I was okay, but it is better for the melon, especially if it's watermelon, to keep it really separate. So you're going to eat as much fruit as you want all day, but only fruit. And only veggies. So you can have fruit or veggies, but it's either fruit or it's veggies. It's not both in one meal. The veggies, you can have pretty much every vegetable except potato. So we're removing anything where there's starch that converts to a sugar, okay? So no potatoes, but you can have plenty of kumara. So I was doing roast veggie salads, and I was rolling them in a chili paste and squirting lime juice on top. And that was working for me because I got sick to death of having roast veggies. You can make soups. Luckily, we're in soup season. So I was making a veggie stock base and just grating parsnip and carrot and onion into that, like just real nurturing, yummy, basic soups. And it was light, so it was really easy to digest. You can do pumpkin soup, spinach, whatever you want to do. You make it, but you can only use veggies. So you can't go and add cream to cream it up. You can't add pasta in it to give you, a carb boost, all of that. So it's strictly vegetables and fruit only for 14 days. You're going to get hungry. It does say no coffee. I still had a decaf coffee every morning, but I didn't have milk in it. Okay. But that's just my little thing I do in the morning. No cacao. That killed me. But you will not regret this. Okay. You will not regret it if you can stick to this. I lost 7.6 kilos in 14 days. That is a lot. And I had more energy than I think I've had for 10 years. I felt incredible. The first 3 days were the hardest. And then after that, my body was like, oh, this is what we eat now. And actually, it really didn't want anything else. All right. You're going to drink loads of water during that time, but not more than 2 liters. And then when we get to that end of the 14 days, you're actually going to do a fast. Okay. I had convinced myself I would die during the fast. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. It was a breeze. Truly, it was a breeze because my body had been prepared. So you could choose to have one fruit, and literally only one fruit that you can snack on when you absolutely need it. Or you can go a juice diet. Just a moment. I'll just call hubby for a second.
Oh,
Hey, right, sorry, I'm back. My phone rang. So you can stick on the fruit, or you can go to juice. So I actually bought but didn't use the I think the Healtheries juices or something in the white bottles. They buy all the smoothies and stuff in the supermarket. And the beautiful juices, you can get them. I didn't need them. I just did water. Okay. And I thought I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I thought there would be all these major issues. Absolutely fine. In fact, had an amazing sleep. Woke up so on, my brain, everything on fire. You guys want your brain power back? This is it. And if nothing else drives you, do this to get clear of that brain fog. It's a game changer. Absolute game changer. Even my virtual assistant said to me, man, you're on fire. I was like, yes. Even I pay you and you're telling me I'm doing well. This is great. All right. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go back onto fruit and veg for about 5 days afterwards. But we're going to begin to bring proteins in at that point. Then if you want to go into the parasitic cleanse, I can help you do that. And I do recommend going in and clearing the parasites. We are riddled with them. We are riddled. And so if we're putting in all of these supplements and nutrients, we'll probably find that our little leechy buddies in our bodies are taking the supplements and nutrients, and we're getting the leftovers, right? Once you clear the parasites, we get way more benefit from the nutrients and supplements we're putting into our bodies because we get it all. If you imagine hundreds and thousands probably of little leeches in our body sucking us of our goodness, when we remove those from our body, everything is different, right? So I'm in the parasite cleanse part now, and I'm good. All right. So I'm going to lay this out for you. I want you to know this is not my protocol. This is a protocol that I'm in the Oracle with Corey Taylor, and it is helping us clear our channels for our growth. All right. I have my mucal levels. Like I always have a mucus problem through the sinuses. I have postnasal drip. It's going away. And here's me thinking I was going to have that shitty bloody surgery again. But right now it's actually going away. And then as soon as I put cheese in my diet again last night, because I'm allowed, boom, it all came back. So now I know dairy, cheese, the one thing I absolutely adore, is actually not doing me any favors, right? So just for a while, I'm going to cut it right out so that I can wean back in again in time. This is a big shift for your health. I can guide you and show you what I know from my own personal experience. But also, if you're concerned about your well-being, you need to talk to your own nutritionist, your own doctors, your own whatever, all right? So if you have specific needs, I would suggest talking to your doctor or your, probably not your doctor because they're not great with nutrition. Talk to your nutritionist or naturopath or whatever if you need to. Okay. All right, so I will send that protocol out. My suggestion is we don't start yet. I would say give us a few days to get the fruit that we want and get all of those things organized. So maybe we look at starting over the weekend is actually really good. And the reason I would say over the weekend is gives you time and space to adjust before you go back to work on Monday, right? So if we could start on Friday and get through the hard 3 days before work again on Monday, I think that would be really beneficial. And it's not as hard as I'm making it sound. It's really not. You'll actually be like, shit, I feel good. Right? And remember things like the foods that you don't normally eat. So you might not use a lot of spinach, use lots of spinach. Like look at all of the things. I was making slaws, pre-making a slaw. So as if I got the munchies and went a bit psycho, I had a slaw right there right away, but I was just squeezing lime juice over top of it. And so you'd make enough that would last you 48 hours. It's about as long as it lasts just with a squeeze of lime, but it's enough, right? And it will actually help you energetically, and it's cabbage, so it's clearing parasites for you at the same time. If you have any questions on that, actually what I'll do for that is I'll make a whole new guide and title it Queens. Okay, so then any questions or anything can all sit underneath that, and that will make it nice and easy. Okay. Anything else? Any question? Okay. You'll see a whole lot now landing in the group. Sorry, not sorry. Any questions, feel free to ask me. And I really want to see who's, no judgment. If you're not ready to commit to this right now, that's absolutely fine. But for those that are, I want you to declare that commitment to this, okay? So that you're like, I'm in, and then we can potentially even form like a little separate chat group for those that are in it, so that we can keep talking. The key here is when you're doing it with other people, it makes the world of difference because you do not feel like you're alone. And it's interesting what emotions come up and how when we talk into them, we move through them really quickly. Yeah. Okay, beautifuls. We'll see you all real soon. Have an amazing day, and I'll start dropping all that info into our group. Bye. See ya.